Are you nurturing yourself or are you self-destructing? Hey, what's up everyone? It's John and I thought I'd have you join me here on the Stair Monster. Stairway to heaven or the stairway to hell. I climbed a ton of stairs at about 10,000 foot level in Machu Picchu. So it makes the Stairmaster a little bit easier. I'm not huffing and puffing as much as I typically am. So anyways, what I want to do is, certainly as 2017 starts to wrap up and we're looking into 2018, everything that you do right now dictates what's going to happen in 2018, no matter what business you're in, whether you're in a sales type business where there's a sales cycle, everything that we do right now will dictate what's going to happen later. And, one of the things, the polarity and the duality of all things, and I get challenged with it myself is, just one of my guides asked me many, many years ago is take a look at all of your activities. And are you setting yourself up to fail or are you setting yourself up to win? Are you setting yourself up to be in this continual pattern? Okay. Are you actually, is what you see as nurturing yourself or rewarding yourself actually a toxic mimic for what a true reward is? For example, we've got the holidays coming up and you know what? You should really enjoy the holidays. But let me ask you a question. Are you just going to coast from November 1 till January 1? Because unconsciously you have that bullshit New Year's resolution. And I call it bullshit because it is. Because 90% of people abandon that sucker within the first few days? This may sound familiar. Let me know if it does, Oh, I'm going to enjoy this and enjoy that. It's okay. And then, what you've done is you've taken yourself further. You've really not rewarded yourself. You haven't nurtured yourself. You've self-destructed. You've stayed in that pattern. You've stayed stuck. And, if that's okay with you, and if you're happy with that, stick with it. But, I tend to come across human beings that want more, that desire more. And, even myself, I stay clean, but are there times where I will go crazy with a dessert or something like that? Absolutely. But I keep it managed at a space where that, it just doesn't throw me totally off the rails. I understand what it's for. I know what my rituals and routines are. See, I'm very, very clear. See, are you in a reaction mode or are you in a create mode? That's the difference in the pattern. Are you willing to do the toughest work on the planet and, take some of these words that have been passed on to me and do a constant self-examination? Remember this, be a witness, not a judge. Stop judging yourself. And just notice, look in the mirror and go, oh my God, I do this every single year. Here it comes. I can get comfy. I'm going to eat crazy, but January 1's going to come. But what you forget, you think it's going to be different this year. You think that for some reason, I don't know, a horseshoe's going to come out of your what, and you're going to get lucky, and you're going to keep that commitment and that resolution, and it's really going to happen. But, and then here we are, a year from today, and you're right back in that spot. You're stuck again. And so just think about that. Think about every activity that you do. Is this activity right now, is it self-destructive? Maybe I've looked at it as it's nurturing me, it's rewarding me. Really examine closely what you see as your rewards, and you might find that they're actually what's self-destructive. They're a toxic mimic. They're a toxic mimic for what a reward is, for what self-nurturing is. So just something to really examine there. I think the next piece and the toughest piece, and listen, what I know is that we all have bumps in the road, and I think that I'm able to get through them because mine, with a lot of strength, and where before in my life, everything would just spin out. I think about a lot of things. I think about there's someone that always has it tougher. There's someone that always has it worse than I do. I think about never forgetting where I was. I'm very fortunate where my life is today. But I also know that I'm one bad decision, one simple choice away from going where I was. And it's not that I'm not that same person anymore. I am that same person. I'll always be that person. And that person that was self-destructive, that person that was slowly killing myself with alcohol. It was a slow suicide. That's really what alcoholism is. Someone doesn't have the guts to commit suicide. They just do it slowly, kind of hardcore in that. But I just have this thing with the truth serum. So I think one of the things in getting through challenging times is look at that not as my story. Don't look at it as your story. The reason that you can be stuck. What you need to do is look at it as your history. I just had to go to a different classroom than some of you that are great parents, some of you that have amazing relationships with your children. I had to go to a different classroom to become that person. And there's somewhere in your life where you had to go to a different classroom than me, that it may have seemed that I just coasted through and that came naturally. And so we're all in this together. No one's, oh, I'm different, you're different. No. Listen, here's what we're all the same. We all got issues. We got issues. We've all got a past. We all worry too damn much about what everyone thinks. And you know what? No one could give two shits about anyone but the most important subject on the planet. You ready? You know what the most important subject is on the planet to every person? Me, myself, and I. I mean, we get so caught up in worrying about what someone else is thinking. Shit, they're sitting over there worrying about what you're thinking. So kind of to bounce it all over the place here a little bit, look at how, am I nurturing myself or am I continuing to self-destruct? Am I using my trials and tribulations? I haven't gone through trials. I have a daughter that's gone through a tough last 30 days. I mean, she's, and again, as a father, it takes you to some interesting places, but I observe her. I could go to a really low place of sadness and anger and a lot of different things. And then I look at, she's the one experiencing it. I need to be a lighthouse. I take a look at that circumstance, and there are people that are less fortunate in that Las Vegas experience than we are. See, the difference is this, is you're going to find the evidence you look for. What evidence are you looking for? Are you looking for the evidence of the light? Or are you looking for the evidence of the dark? Because I promise you this, whatever you go looking for with intention, you're going to find it. Now, I'm looking to stay in shape. So I found the stair mill. I'm also looking to sprinkle as much love and support for everyone else out there because we all need it. I'm grateful for all that I get from each and every one of you. And so that's my intention, and that's what I'm seeking to share, and so I'm doing that right now. So anyways, think about it. You guys, you're wrapping up the year. Do something different. Hey, listen, you can eat them sugar cookies. I mean, listen, I'm going to be killing the red velvet cake over the holidays. And I know it'll be there because I go into some stores and ask for red velvet. They say, no, it's seasonal. I go, listen, red velvet cake is not seasonal. It's every day. No. Anyways, sending y'all good vibes. Take a look. What I do is great exercise is take a look at all the challenges, all the things that are causing you pain, all your frustrations, all the things that anger you right now. You know what? You get to choose, number one, your thoughts around it. Number two, your feelings around it. And then number three, a new action around it. That's pretty exciting. Thoughts, feelings, and your actions. Just look at those three things. For any of you that have read my book, Interrupt the Pattern, kind of talk about that in the magic pause. Start taking a magic pause. So anyways, I got to get this session Stair Master done and send you all good vibes. Peace.